Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Economics Hour. Yo, let's dig into it. Yo! Mining family, what is going on out there? What up, what up? I see you, Crypto Crag. Yo, what's going on? Everybody, as you're sliding on in here, definitely smash that Lizzie like button. If you happen to be stumbling on this and you're new, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. This way you know that whenever time I drop one of these awesome videos. Yo, what is up, everyone? What up, what up? Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas, and hopefully everybody's got some nice, safe plans for the New Year's. I have the safest plan of them all. My ass is going to be sitting right here in front of this fucking camera. Yo, you cannot, unless they start giving me a DUI, walking from my seat to my refrigerator, then I'm in trouble. So what is going on, everybody? Hopefully everybody's having a great week and all of that good stuff, guys. So as you guys are all rolling in, oh man, I didn't have that one part opened up. Really? It's the only thing I didn't turn on here. My one chart here. Yes, more advanced. I don't want to see this garbage map. Why the hell would I want to see that? There you go. All right, perfect. So as you guys are rolling on in here, yo, we've got, let's just dive right on into it. Of course, this is Financial Wednesday, guys. What's up, Golden Wolf? What up, Alex? Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year's too, man. It'd be better if crypto made a massive comeback. Oh, good fucking God, you ain't kidding me right now, dude. This fucking dip in the market is killing me. I mean, it really is. This is, we'll dive into it. It ain't fucking just hurting us, guys. There are many, many reasons why there's such big downward pressure, guys. And we will dig into some of some of the behind the scenes of what I look at, So some of this is telling me we are, I think, in the bottom of the mining bear market. I think we've hit the bottom. I'm not sure, but I think this is the bottom. Basically we had a nice, good, strong rally. And we've basically just broke the rally. And is this a huge bad thing in the long run? I wouldn't think so. Some of these markets being brought in like this, some people might look at it and go, "Holy fucking shit!" This is where nightmares are made from, right? And if you look at the better chart here, and you can see, FTX right here, and it basically just kind of dumps out sideways. And this is what you would expect when a big term, something huge happens here. And we've been coiling on the moving averages a lot here. And this is on the daily, guys. I don't zoom in any further than this. I like to look at the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. These will give you better numbers overall. You start zooming in really tight. You start missing out on the big picture because you're zoomed in so tight on there that you don't see what the market's actually doing long term. So we are going to be trading out into this fucking sideways market here for the rest of the year. I will guarantee you. I think after the New Year's, once we come out of this tax season, I think people are trying to keep that price down low so that all the gains that they actually walked away with are mitigated. So once we get on the first of the year, we should see Bitcoin kind of pop back up to where it needs to be. We hit the concrete at mass velocity. Market still around after a Great Depression. This is it. What is up, Deadwood? I would really think so too. I mean, like my predictions from the start were, if Bitcoin were to slam down, it would just basically wick down to the 12.5 area and then come back up to right where we're at right now. These have been the numbers that I have been predicting, for a while. Now, where we should be at for a healthy market, and this is how you know we're in a bear market, is we should be right here. We should be like right around 21,488. This would be a healthy point in the market for healthy stability long term, right? You're not going to be oversold, but you're not overbought. So this is like that median line that you want to be sitting at. Anything above or below this, for me, will tell you bear market or bull market, right? You go way above it or way below it, you are, if it goes way below it, you are either looking at a complete market failure, or big, heavy market manipulation, or if it goes the other way, it bounces way out to the moon real fast. You're looking at bubble territory. And are bubbles bad? No. It's if you don't take the opportunity that bubble gives you, then that bubble becomes a bad bubble for you, because you're going to be buying on the way up, but you never sell. So you never protect your position. I'm not saying get out of Bitcoin, but hedge your wins so that when the bubble pops, you actually can sustain those winnings, and when the market drops, you can take those winnings that you've put into like maybe a stable coin or something like that, and then you can go buy back into Bitcoin when the market crashes out. These are healthy, normal market cycles of an immature market. You're going to see them go into an inflated bubble in a lot of times, but for right now, 21,488. Whenever I do this, whenever I look at a chart, the first thing I do when I look at a chart is I zoom all the way out and I look at the historical beginning of the chart all the way to current time, right? So I will sit there and I will basically take a snapshot, and I will take a pinpoint measurement from start one and draw it all the way out to current, and I will sit there and cut it for the average of where Bitcoin should be. And right now we are definitely below average, which in these times, these become massive buying opportunities. What up, Rude? Dropping those thumbs up. You know it, my dude. You know it. So when you're looking into these markets, it's like, it's not so much if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna be dollar cost averaging anyway. You're just going to sit there and go, okay, which way is Bitcoin going to go, right? And the first thing that I'm going to do, because this is on the daily, I'm going to sit here and go, okay, we've just printed two red candles, right? If it prints another red candle here, I'm not going to try to buy anything. I'm going to hold off. What's the next one going to print out? I would rather see it try to trickle down to where its lowest opportunity is for me, and then buy in at that point. Now, if you look in on the shorter time frame, you're just trying to fine tune it. That's like trying to go to the drag strip and get 0.2 of an extra second. Do you have, how many people can actually time the market good enough like that? For every one person that hits the jackpot with it on the daily, there's 10 million that don't. So I'm not going to play those odds. That's lottery shit to me. I would rather sit there and look at the market movement and say, okay, it's still trending down, so possibly the next day will still continue the downward trend. We haven't hit bottom yet. So with that being said, if we haven't hit bottom quite yet, then you wait for, at least a 3-day period before you think about buying. It used to be, whenever I got into Bitcoin, it was Wednesday and Friday. Buy on a Wednesday, buy on a Friday. You're more than, especially if you did a Wednesday or a Friday. For me, since I'm in Central Standard Time in the U.S., all I had to do was 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 1:30 to 2 a.m. If I did a buy on a Wednesday or a Friday at those times, I would more than likely hit the bottom of the market for the day. Those market manipulations have thus gone away. Market doesn't quite move like that anymore. It used to be you used to be able to sit there and time it like clockwork. This is how it was. But now, it's like you just if when in doubt, especially with the moving averages still tightening. When you have a tightening moving average, it's gonna still make a breakout in one way or another. And with the way that the market is trading so sideways, it is hard to tell exactly where in the market cycle that it's going to sit there and snap to. People might sit there and go to the hourly chart on this and go, oh, look, in the hourly, it shows that it should be going up. And another person will look at the same thing. They'll be like, oh, it's going to go down. And it's everybody's looking at the same data sets. But you never know until it finally fucking makes its move. I don't care about hitting the absolute top or the absolute bottom. I just don't want to be in the midfield when it makes its move. And that's actually the safer bet. It's like, as long as you're not in the middle of the field trying to make that move. I mean, of course, if you bought at the higher side of the field and it dropped out, you ain't selling. You're a holder now. You're a holder until that comes back into at least your buyout position, right? So, I mean, like, now you just become a holder, and it doesn't matter what Bitcoin price does below what you bought it at, because you're not selling. You'd be a fool to try to sell off at that unless it's an absolute urgency that you have to. That's why they say don't invest anything that you're not willing to lose. But in these markets, if you're looking for a buying opportunity at this point, because payday's coming up, we'll probably be looking at coming up to Friday. Possibly to see which way this breakout kind of wants to come out to be, because man, the moving averages have tightened up really good. And pop that ring, yep. And now that it's tightening up, with the moving averages tightening up as we come to the end of the year, this just gives me my speculation that it's going to recoil all the way to New Year's, first of the year. We're gonna see a little dip off, and then it should be that should be what I call a bear trap. If it does it right, we should do it should do a bear trap at this point. So and then coming Mikhail's trying to call me. What up, dude? Yeah. Today? Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. I let. We have another customer coming to the mining facility. Yo! Oh! That's awesome. I love it when a plan comes together. All right, so I just wanted to make sure that was business partner calling me there. I'm like, I got to pick it up. Yeah, so I really think that we're going to be seeing this recoil just kind of continue out all the way to the end of the year. I mean, if you look at this chart, it is flatlining really badly right now. That just shows that the market is just like sitting there going, I ain't doing shit. And you see a few people, you see some of the selling pressure that's coming out here. That's not entirely the people. And we'll get into some of this stuff. Like this. 100% public Bitcoin miners sold almost everything they have mined in 2022. So if you guys remember, I keep talking about, unless you have a war chest, you ain't going to survive. I know this. I know this personally. It's like, if the bear market continues, this guy's going to fucking get a job so that he can continue to pay for the facility. I'm not fucking kidding, guys. White flagged. Yeah. So I mean, like, if it keeps up like it is, I mean, I'll get myself a job just to fund the facility. I don't care. It's like, at this point, come hell or high water, I will fucking realize my dream, right? And finding a business that I want to be involved in, something that I can rely on, I'm gonna do it. It's just, I got to be careful how I do it. So I mean, like, I'll sell every bit of my fucking crypto in order to keep my company going, just like these people are, right? All of these guys. So we are looking at Core Scientific, Riot, Bitfarm, Sealands, Perk, Marathon, Hut 8, Hive, Iris Energy, Argo, Bit Digital. They have all sold 100% of their war chest that they've mined this year. It's like, I'm at that point, bro. Back to welding and fab work. Yeah. I'm not a very good welder. I can weld. I can lay dimes down. But yeah, I just don't do it day in and day out. And I've got like cheesy, like, fucking home welder. I mean, it is MIG. I do have gas, but it's still I'm on 110. If I was on 220 with the welder, I'd be able to do way better stuff with what I'm doing. But that's not where I'm at. It's like rough times for large miners for sure. Have to keep your war chest and be prepared. Yeah. Like, I don't want to have to go back to laying flooring. My knees hurt just thinking about it. Yeah. I mean, that's where, it's like you got to make your sacrifices. Now where the difference is going to be between the companies that survive and the companies that don't survive is the amount of debt load. So if they have a shit ton of debt, they're done. That's like one thing that I don't have with my company, right? Is that we have no debt load. So it's just merely paying the bills that I currently have month to month to stay afloat, right? And then if I can sit there and find some investors into the company, I can get a transformer, get some fuse panels, and then I can start really just ramping up production, and it would be very profitable. The price, my price per kilowatt hour is right where it needs to be. So I mean, I have what it takes, so yeah. It's just trying to get over the little hurdle that I have right now, which was whenever I started setting everything up, I had no idea that Bitcoin was going to take such a dive and it would start eating up what little war chest I had. And I thought I was doing okay until the bear market hit in real hard, and it was just like, holy cow. So, I mean, this is everybody in this market that is living off of Bitcoin to pay bills. That you are going to be blowing through your war chest as fast as possible. It's either blow through your war chest or go out of business. And it's like 100% of the public Bitcoin miners have sold almost everything. Yeah, we are all there. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I mean, like, if I got to go back to work just to be able to pay the rent on the place, I don't care. I'll work just to fucking keep that facility open. I don't care. I will fucking make that sacrifice. It's like I made the miners. I mine enough to be able to pay the electric, so I'm not worried about that. It's the fucking it's the rent now. That's my only issue that I have. I'm tired of rebuilding folks' home. Too much dry rot and shit to fix. Oh my god, I totally agree with that one, Deadwood. I used to do roofing way back in, man, this is going back like 20 years. I used to do roofing, so I understand fucking, you deal with people who've band-aided the roofs for the last 70 years. And you've got four layers of roof on top of the roof. And when you go to peel it off, everything's underneath it's rotted. Oh god, it is horrible. Horrible, horrible. Yo, Twitter scams everywhere. You know it. Everybody's desperate to get that sweet Bizzity Bitcoin. Who was it that just had their account fucking hacked? DJ Mines. So be careful, guys. I mean, stay frosty out there, guys. Stay frosty. If it's in your fucking emails and stuff like that, don't just fucking click on random links, guys. It could fucking rizzity wreck you guys. So, guys, be careful. Public service announcement. 'Tis the season for stealing. Oh, nice, Deadwood. Yeah, I haven't done too many metal roofs, but cars, hot rods, homes. Like, no clicking here. Yes, never click unless it's directly from my account and I'm posting a link. You can click on that, but it's directly from me. You're not going to see like a replay of a video and then like me. No. I don't do the premieres. If you guys haven't noticed that. So it's like, yo, what up? What up, Jenna? It's like I'm buying that Bitcoin and ETH whenever I have some spare coin and use my ancient mining rig to just mine a few alts. Keeping a simple strategy. That's what's up, Jenna. Yo. That is what is up. Like Twitter winners 5K. Just send 30 first and the 5K is yours. Exactly. Oh god, yeah. Please, guys, don't be clicking on shady links. Like, I'm mining casino cash, yo. We are all the jack of all trades because we can do it all. That's why we live poor and learn how to do it ourselves. You know what? That also is, some of the reasons why, in order to be rich, they spend a lot of money for those really nice houses because they can't do shit for themselves. Think of the money we save, and we still are poor. Think of if we all learned how to collectively stop spending money where it's stop spending it on stupid shit. Like people go drink alcohol. I do that. That's not good for you. Depending on where it's legal at, for people who are smoking weed, if it's legal where you're at, it's legal here. You can spend money on that. That's stupid money to be spending on if you're trying to fucking save for your future or dig yourself out of a fucking financial hole. I don't put my house into that debt cycle. I mean, it is debt, but I don't put it into the life debt cycle because you're always going to pay for housing of some sort. So I never count that in. It's just something that I have to count in when I'm budgeting myself. but I don't count that into the debt load cycle. So the debt load cycle will be me going to McDonald's, any fast food joints. That shit's bad for you anyway. Don't fucking eat there anyway. But that's there's many ways that you can save money. You could take a $10 lunch from McDonald's, spend that same $10 at Aldi's, your budget grocery store by you, and fucking your $10 lunch now can make fucking three $10 lunches. So there's ways that we all can be sitting there and making our lives more efficient. Yes, the quality of life kind of goes down because you don't get to do everything you want. But learn to live like a rich person, because rich people live poor. They really don't. They do cool shit and everything, but that's a small little subsect of their life. They actually live very boring lives. Most of them. You're wealthy people who are generational wealth. Whoa, you're sharing common sense. No. Don't do it. Turn back, people. It's common sense. Da, da, da. It's like fucking if you go to work, bring a fucking bagged lunch. You know what? Spend a couple of bucks and get a metal fucking container. This way it's fucking reusable. I know, it's genius. I know. It brings me back to being like a fucking back in grammar school. You make a little fucking lunch pail. I'm just saying, you get a little igloo thing, some ice packets in there, make sandwiches, homemade sandwiches. I'll rock it. I rock it, dude, no fucking problem. And if you guys hate, having soggy bread, put the condiments on to the side and only spread it on when you're about to eat it. Problem solved, guys. Yo, boom. I did this. And then I fell off the bandwagon and stayed poor. If everybody were to learn to be a little bit more efficient in their life, they would be able to tell everybody else, have fun staying poor, because you will elevate yourself just by changing it over. People don't think about it. If you can sit there and cut out, $5 a day. If you cut $5 a day out 5 days a week, at the end of the year, you earned an extra paycheck. Ancient knowledge. The knowledge from before. Before conveniences. Oh my God. Yes, I'm an old person. I have gray hairs in the goatee, guys. There is gray up in here. And I've earned them from many years of wisdom. Yes. Gas stations are for fuel only. Everything else will cost you an arm and a leg. These are facts. It's like, let's say you drink an energy drink. You can order a case of those fucking drinks. If you go to the gas station every day and you're buying an energy drink, Monster, whatever it is that you guys are, happen to be your fuel of choice in the morning. If you were to sit there and look at what you're paying for it at the store, that's at the gas station, that's about almost $3 a can, right? You can go buy a box of them and you'll average about $1.25, $1.65, or up to $2, And I was drinking the Mountain Dew Amps. I started ordering them by the case, and I was saving myself tons of money to fucking just order it like that. And I had them all the time. At the convenience, I had as many of them as I wanted to drink. It got me in trouble because I started drinking a lot of them because they were right here. But they're a whole lot cheaper to do so. Beer, you can fucking make it yourself. I don't know anywhere in the world where it's illegal to make your own beer. What's illegal is if you try to sell it. So making it is completely legal, at least everywhere that I know of. Consult your local laws, but here in the United States, you can produce up to, I think, 5 gallons of alcohol in one batch. I think that's the legal limit in the United States. Notice it's 90% fluids, the gas station. The food is shit, filler, empty calories. Yes, 100%. 100%. You should not be looking at fucking if you sit there and you were to eat one of their snacks, you would have to probably hop onto an exercise bike because believe it or not, exercise bikes actually rip the calories pretty efficiently. But you'd be basically hardcore pedaling for 2 hours for one snack from a gas station. That's the equivalent of what it would take to burn that off. Just a little tidbit there. Since these are some of the things that I've been paying attention to since I've been on, for anybody who doesn't pay attention in the morning, I've been on my little health kick in the morning, where, you know, it's like, but since I've been doing these healthier choices, I've been saving money. Yo. It's like weed is so cheap in this state. The legal shops are now have indoor ranging from 35 to 80 an ounce. Damn. Oh. Streaming. Damn. I know of a few places like that. Washington. My buddy's out in Seattle, Washington. He was telling me about that stuff. Like swimming all summer for my Slim Jim. But you know, it's like back to the topics that we have here. You know, these are just like little tidbits. I'll go off on rants, fucking like, guys, stop spending money on stupid shit. Enough said. It's like, damn. That's all I can say. Wow. Weed helps you from not hurting people. Gotcha. Be like, Golden Wolf's getting angry. Here, take this. Oh shit! Oh, that's too funny, Deadwood. Oh, that's too funny. That is too funny. That's too funny. I got a friend that lives by you, then, bro. That's awesome. Yo. But yeah. Yeah, he was telling me about there's a street that he calls Green Mile. Like there's like nothing but like dispensaries down this one street, and it's like highly densified of just nothing but smoke shops. I was like, that's wild. I have never seen anything like that here in Crookenoise. 45. Oh, nice. They had too many smoke shops now. Yeah, exactly. Oh, too funny. But that, yeah. Careful with just like spending gobs of money on it, you know. 15 to 80 bucks adds up quick over a week, dude. Just saying. So, you know, don't spend gobs of money on it. Don't want people to smoke themselves into the poorhouse. Would not be a good thing, you know, especially when a little dab will do you, you know. But going on to the next topic here. Yo, Argo blockchain sells the top mining facility to Galaxy Digital for $65 million. I wonder how much of a fucking loss they just took from that. Bam! So Argo blockchain reduces its total debt by $41 million by selling its flagship Helios mining facility and getting a $35 million loan from Galaxy. Crypto mining firm Argo Blockchain has taken a different decision to sell its flagship mining facility, Helios, in order to survive the ongoing bear market, which basically they're cutting the top where they're spending the biggest amount of money. It's the biggest money pit for them. Offload that onto somebody that is capital bound. It has a bigger war chest, and can't, because they're not completely crypto orientated. And so digital, Galaxy Digital, which is Mike Novogratz, he will be now adding to. I think he already has a mining facility too, so he'll be just adding to that, which is pretty decent for Galaxy Digital. Argo getting a little bit smaller, but this is what happens when you've overextended yourself, and now you're looking at the trying to make sure you have a survival of the company. Rather have you, if you bet too big on something, and now we're looking at, hey, let's dial this back a little bit, cut our losses here. This way we can salvage the remainder of the company. And from a business perspective, that was probably a really good decision from Argo Blockchain, that they went down this route for consolidation versus a liquidation event. So they're going to consolidate some stuff by liquidating a portion that is just a money pit to alleviate their debt load. They alleviate their debt load, which also means that their war chest that they do have left will also last longer. So I do like this. It's like pay our taxes and not. Yeah. No, I did not. I did not see the Hobbyists' NFT BTC mining video. I'm not big on the NFT space, so that'll be a big negative for me. It's like I think NFTs are just a fucking money grab that has like little to no utility. And I don't care what anybody really has to say after that. But you're looking at less than fucking 1% of the market actually has utility. The rest of it, the rest of the 99% is a fucking money grab. But yeah, I mean, that's just my thoughts on NFTs, period. Does Binance US have native Flux? That one I'm not sure of. I don't use Binance, so that one I'm not sure. Just because I just don't go onto the Binance side. Once they kicked me off of the international side of it, I've just never gone back to utilize them because I refuse the KYC to them. I don't trust a fucking company that quite frankly is operated in Malta, which is a tax haven for people who are trying to avoid taxes. Why would you go there? Because you're trying to avoid taxes. Why else would you go there? Makes it harder to be fucking extradited out of the country. Just saying. So I'm not really big on it. It's like AI generated only. I'm not really big on any of the NFTs. It just doesn't really have any fucking use. Yo, Rude, good night, laters. Thank you for being here, my dude. You are awesome, my man. I know it's fucking late as shit for you, man. It's almost midnight for you. Yo. So get some Z's. This way you can get up and work tomorrow. Yo. I'll see you in the morning when you get off of work. So, I would be let's see here. The deal comes just 6 months after Argo officially launches its Helios mining facility in May of 2022, located in Dickens County. Helios facility is the largest Argo mining facility, supporting 200. Oh, hold on, guys. Okay, we're good. We're good now. 200 megawatts of electricity. Oh, Oh my God. 200 megawatts. And is only operating at 15 megawatts currently out of its 200 megawatt allowance. Good fucking God. They aren't even at capacity and they're already getting rid of it. I would actually be curious on what they're fucking paying per kilowatt that they are unable to fucking mine enough Bitcoin to pay for all the bills. And all of this comes right after Argo struggles to secure financing after failing to raise $27 million via subscription for ordinary shares in October. Argo said that it was at risk of closing due to failing to raise new funding. In mid-December, Argo announced that it was negotiating to sell its assets and trying to engage in equipment financing transactions in order to avoid filing for bankruptcy. And what he means by that is seeing if somebody would be willing to allow them to use the mining equipment itself, the actual ASICs, as collateral for a secured loan. Which I don't know of too many places that would really do that outside of just straight up investing or just giving them a company loan. Because as we all know, being in the facility, in the field, and I'm sure these people understand assets. If Bitcoin mining industry is doing well, the equipment's worth a lot, and it's worth holding on to that as collateral. When the Bitcoin mining market is garbage, it is not worth holding on to that equipment because tomorrow it can always go for less. So you might, over time, while holding on to said equipment as collateral, you might be losing the collateral interest, and at some point in time, it will come to a point where the bank, would have to look at the collateral and go, okay, the collateral is now worth less than the loan, and then they would have to go over to the people who have the loan and go, hey, look, your collateral is worth this. This is your loan. You need to now inject the extra capital into this to re-secure the loan. Otherwise, we're going to have to liquidate assets and close the loan. So this becomes the issue with that. And if they have to close the loan, then they're filing for bankruptcy, and then it's just a cascading event, right? And when it comes down to the cascading event, if they owe a lot more money, that means everything gets liquidated, and that would also trigger more downward pressure on the overall ecosystem of crypto, because there'll be more buyers or more sellers in the market. Right now we have it's a little lopsided that there's more sellers than buyers, so that's what's suppressing this price right now, is that there's more there are bigger sellers, and there's sellers like this that are doing it. And we have we have mining companies that are making the ASIC equipment, like Canaan, expecting miner revenue to drop in 2022, despite crypto mining crisis. And this comes in, as we all know, it's like right now I think Bitcoin's has lost like 40% of its its hash rate right now, which means that when it comes into its next cycle, the difficulty will drop down a little bit more, and yeah, we'll be able to mine a little bit more of that sweet Bizzity Bitcoin, but it's going to be worth a lot less. So if you're paying bills with it, it goes a lot. It doesn't go as far, even though you are getting more sats over time. I've been getting more and more sats. I love this idea that I'm getting more Satoshis, but it really doesn't go far. Those Satoshis are worth less today than they were. Some of those are worth less today than they were when I first mined them. Back's kind of achy a little today. The crypto mining giant Canaan, who also makes equipment, continues to generate significant revenues from crypto operations despite the ongoing mining crisis, because they create equipment so they can mine, and they sell it out to the general public so that it helps fund the research and development on their end. So that's Canon's business model. Perfect business model. I like the Canon company is an amazing company. I have no fucking beef with them at all. Even if they're a fucking giant mining company, at least they are competition to Bitmain. And that's what's really the positive here. I will support Canon in that from that aspect. Is their equipment the best? That's kind of wishy-washy there. If you got really cheap power like where they're at, then they're in where their mining facilities are. If they've got good enough power, more power to them. Especially if it's only costing them $30 to fucking make one of these ASICs and deploy them on their own side. Because it's like between $30 to $100 to fucking produce an actual ASIC. So with that being said, they can deploy a lot for a very little amount of capital. And then they can sit there and sell them off, and which helps them do more research and development. Awesome stuff, right? So Canon's total revenue for the first 9 months of 2022 was roughly 4 billion yuan, or about 573 million. A spokesman for Canon had told Cointelegraph as the firm expected to generate another 300 million yuan, or another $46 million in Q4. The total annual revenue is to be expected to be around 4.3 billion yuan, or $619 million. They are not doing bad. The amount is down around 14% from Canon's yuan-dominated revenue of 4.9 billion from last year, which the total went down about 21% from its 783 million in 2021. So Canon's annual revenue would still be significantly bigger than the previous years, surging nearly 90% from 448 million yuan, or $64 million in 2020. In 2019, Canon's annual revenue was about 1.4 billion yuan, or $201 million dollars. So they're not doing bad because they're positioned as efficiently as possible. They are the creator of their own equipment. Kind of like how NVIDIA screws the AIB partners. They basically do it in their own sense, but at least they don't have AIB partners. They sell their equipment for what they sell it, and they make it for themselves, and everybody knows this. I fault them in no way, shape, or form. And so we can go into some positive news here. So the wife of Hal Finney announces a Bitcoin charity event, guys. This one I like this one a lot. So Fran Finney, the wife of the crypto pioneer Hal Finney, and the potential Satoshi Nakamoto. He is one of the rumored people to be Satoshi Nakamoto, because when Hal Finney passed away, Satoshi Nakamoto stopped writing or contributing at the same time. So it is a very big suspect that it was Hal Finney that is, in fact, Satoshi Nakamoto, but we will never know. Do not know if his wife would know this, or if she did, would she ever talk? Hard to say, right? So this will be the rumor that he takes to his grave. But she has announced a charity event to the benefit victims of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. Discussing the event on Twitter, Finney encouraged the Bitcoin users to run a half marathon and to share the experience on social media between January 1st and January 10th to help fundraise to help fight the disease. So basically, she's wanting to encourage the Bitcoin community to do a charity, a half marathon charity for ALS, which is what Hal Finney did have, which is really cool. I like this. I totally support it. That's why whenever I seen this, I was like, oh, that is fucking cool, right? So FA in the chat to this is so cool. The announcement was made by Fran Finney using Hal Finney's official Twitter account. So this will be the first thing that's been tweeted out onto his account in a long time. So the account has previously been reactivated by her in order to save it from Twitter's purge of old accounts. So Running Bitcoin, named after the first event tweeted, which was made by Hal Finney just a few days after Bitcoin went live in 2009, is being held in cooperation with the ALS Association Golden West chapter, according to its website. The organization provides equipment, loans, and educational material to people who live with ALS. The charity said it's seeking to raise funds for the event by official running Bitcoin t-shirts and rare Hal Finney collectibles to some contributors. Hal Finney was an early pioneer of the cryptocurrency in 2004. He created a reusable proof of work, RPO, RPOW, a system that allowed Hashcash coins to be reused by recipients. Our proof of work is also seen as the proto cryptocurrency, although it used a central server instead of a decentralized network. Finney also contributed code to the Bitcoin codebase in 2018 and 2008 and early 2009 before it was released to the public in January of 2009. For anybody who doesn't know this, he was the recipient of the first ever Bitcoin transaction in which Satoshi Nakamoto sent him 10 Bitcoin. Hal Finney was an avid runner for much of his life before ALS diagnosis in August of 2009. Following a multi-year battle with the disease, he was chronically preserved in cryonically. He was frozen in 2014 to preserve himself, which really cool. I like this stuff. If you guys are into running half marathons and stuff like that, I certainly say give this a try if you're able to do this in your area. So it will be with the ALS Association Golden West chapter. If you guys are looking to participate in anything like that, this is totally FA, guys. Totally FA. And of course, now that we are seeing the bear market for mining and all that stuff, this is funny that I came across this. What is a browser-based cryptocurrency mining and how does it work? It works by, putting it on your computer, letting it mine, and you lose money. That's how it works at this point. I don't think anybody would be like, oh yeah, let me see, how much am I going to make off of this? It's going to cost me 30 cents. Yeah, I'm going to turn my computer off. It doesn't make sense, So yeah, it's kind of funny that you're starting to see some of the comebacks on there with the browser-based mining sites. Like you can go on Monero Oceans and do CPU mining right from there, and it'll take care of everything for you. And you just put in a mining address and it'll mine right to your shit, right? Which is kind of cool. Makes it nice and easy for people who just want to earn a little passive income. But I don't think too many people are going to be looking at doing passive income at this point, guys. That's something that I think until we go into the next bull run cycle, we're not going to see people asking about, hey, how can I do browser-based cryptocurrency mining? Because all of us here, we'll just download the actual miner and fucking, put it onto our Linux rig or our Windows machine, or we're already utilizing, Hive OS or some other mining OS system that you already have pre-compiled onto your computer. So this is going to be for the actual newbies coming into this market going, hey, I heard that I can make some money with my computer. How does this work? So until we go into the next bull cycle again, I don't think that we're going to be really seeing too much of this. But BitcoinPlus.com has launched then an innovation service where, basically it's just a web-based mining system I would almost sit there and kind of compare it to NiceHash. So, it's like I really kind of, that's what it looked like to me, but I don't do any of these because you have to trust a third party on this. And you guys know how I feel about trusting third parties. We just don't do it. But I'll know that we are starting to return into somewhat of a bull run whenever I start seeing some newer people asking about some of these web-based mining programs. And this way I can start redirecting them and teaching them how to mine properly. But I would I would never sit there and just let a website mine for me. Just because, like, if you give them that kind of control over your computer, they can, if they get hacked. Let's say let's say that company that you choose is completely legit, right? Let's say they have a security issue. Somehow they get hacked, and they can sit there and push it out to where everybody's overclocks go to 100% and the fans turn off, and you can just watch a meltdown on the network. There are bugs, there are mining viruses out there that will do that. That will. And I've been, like, I've had people send them to me. There's one that's groundedminer.ext. Groundedminer.ext will melt your GPU. It will full power it. It will bypass any of the anything that turns off the GPU to save itself, and it'll turn the fans off, and you just watch it lock out. Bam, it's done. Unless you can get to it and unplug it faster than it can execute. That's going to be your hope, and then you're going to take that hard drive and you're going to throw it away, and you're going to get a new hard drive because it's got a nasty fucking virus on it. I gave it to somebody that I knew that basically put it into a Linux VM and opened it up in there and watched the exploit happen within the virtual machine. He was like, wow, that was a fucking nasty one, dude. I was like, oh my God. He's like, you're lucky you didn't open it up. I was like, I wasn't opening it up. I'm like, the guy didn't even fucking change the name of it. It literally said grounded miner. And he was saying that he couldn't get it to work. I'm like, no, he can get it to work. It was just, it was made to kill your computer. Yeah, Chernobyl. Melt. Yep. And that's my issue with trying to trust a web-based mining software, because there's a lot of exploits between you and the service. So I kind of shy away from them, guys. Let's see here. Have anything else that I was going to be going over? Oh, Proton Mail. Proton Mail creator is unsure if his firm will continue to hold Bitcoin too moving forward. I wonder if he's getting, if they're getting pressured by governments to stop holding Bitcoin. Otherwise, that they were going to start coming after him a little bit harder with regulations. If anybody's not sure what Proton Mail is a encrypted end-to-end email service that is very, very nice. There are a few backdoors to it, but it is very limited on what those backdoors truly are. So they can't see the conversations, but it is stored in their servers somewhere. Who emailed who, so they can tell people who they can tell the authorities that so and so has contacted so and so, but they can't say what's in the email because it's encrypted. And in order for them to break the encryption, they would have to break the Proton Mail code base in order to do that. And yeah, that's not going to happen. So yeah, he's going to be, he'll probably still keep, I mean, he's probably going to be a holder still, but he might be getting pressured from regulators and such to wipe it off the balance sheet. I wonder how much of the company it had in its holdings that it was tying into its actual valuation. If he was smart, the company could have been holding on to Bitcoin, but it was not part of the evaluation. But it will have to, we'll have to see how it's going there. I guess they're having an internal struggle on trying to figure out if they're going to be keeping it or not. It doesn't look like they're going to be holding on to it long term, which that's a shame, because like you were able to pay with crypto for the premium Proton mail service. So I wonder if they're going to get rid of that too. That would be a real sad day. And some of that is because of the fact that there is now big regulatory booms that are going to be coming down from the SEC. Gary Gensler is now going to, basically use FTX and his best friend, scam, Bankman fraud, to now go after the rest of the ecosystem. So now that his best friend is committed the scam, he's now going to look at everybody else as doing the same thing, because they have to, because his best friend was. So we'll have to see on that one, right? And here's one that I had a little laugh at. Mark Cuban and Bill Maher, if you have gold, you're dumb as fuck. Just get Bitcoin. I laughed a little bit because, well, gold and silver, that's God's money. Bitcoin is the people's money, right? So having gold and silver is a good hedge against what the government's doing. Same thing with Bitcoin. Getting all three of them, having a percentage of your wealth in gold, silver, and Bitcoin, in my opinion, is not a bad thing. Again, this is my opinion. I'm not telling you what to do. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial person. I'm just some boob tuber, right? What up, Fudweiser? Yo. So yeah, we'll have to. It's like I tell people, like, you'll have real money, and then there's fiat. So tangible things, hell, this fucking cup can be considered money, because I can't just print another one of these. Now I can make more cups, but that makes cups in general, because I've got two of them, it makes it less valuable, right? But it's still the same. It's the same principle, though. If it's a tangible item, somebody's going to see value. I can trade this, and barter trading is a way of agreeing upon, what the value is of goods. My chickens are worth this, and your cows are worth my eggs are worth this. Your milk is worth this. I can get so much milk for so many eggs. That, and that. So to me, it's just having the right commodities, and gold and silver is a proper commodity. So to discredit gold and silver just because we're crypto people is really stupid in the long run. Yes, gold and silver is harder to lug around, easier to confiscate, yada 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 yada. I get all of that, but at the same time, having the gold and silver, if your currency goes to shit, at least you have something with still tangible value. If the internet turns off, at least you still have something with tangible value. And I'm not saying like the internet's off for the whole world. I'm just saying for your area. Let's say that your area goes without your currency goes to shit. Your internet in your area is spotty, so using Bitcoin is spotty at best, right? And so now you're going to be looking at, do I have any gold, silver, diamonds, tangible things that are still considered money to this day? You go into certain areas, salt is still one of the biggest. Salt is one of the oldest currencies in the world, and is still traded to this day. So silver, gold, 401k, crypto, ammo, and food stores. Yay. Yes, tech, man. Yeah, if you own the dirt you stand on, land is worth money too. Just saying. I mean, everybody, it's like, people be surprised. You know, it's like, what real tangible money is if shit hit the fan. So, you know, it's like, I'm not saying that shit's going to hit the fan, but I'm going to say fucking, you know, be careful. Careful, guys. So does anybody have any comments or questions for me before I head up out of here? It is at that 1 hour mark. You awesome people out there. Drop me some FAs while you're thinking of some questions or comments. Drop those FAs in the Chizity chat, guys. Yo! Drop them chat FAs, guys. Because you guys are rated F for fucking awesome. Yo! Hells yeah, Dirt Budweiser with the FAs. Come on, everybody, drop those FAs. There's 10 awesome people in this Chizity chat, guys. And you all rock, guys. Each and every one of you. I love your faces. Yo, there we go. We got some FAs getting dropped in this Chizity chat now. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And guys, coming up Friday, guys. You want to be here. We're going to be giving away some hash rate, guys. Yo. So we're going to do an S9 hash rate giveaway. You're going to get an S9 hash rate for 30 days on the house. Free. You just give us your Bitcoin address and we mine to it. Bam. Just that easy, guys. So be here this Friday. I will be picking a winner from here. And then on the 1st, your Bitcoin address will be entered in. Yo. So if you want to win it, tell your friends, tell your family, anybody you know that is in the crypto space that might want to win, you know, some free hash rate directly to their Bitcoin wallet for 30 days. Hit me, send them my way this Friday, guys. Be there or be square, guys. Yo, that's what's up. So I want to give out some hash rate. Who wants to win it? Yo, FAs in the Chizity chat on that one. Ha. So, free hash is always welcome. You know it, Fudweiser. You know it. Every hash counts. Every hash counts. So, guys, thank you, everybody, for being here. You all rock as usual. Thank you for showing me some support and some love with those FAs, because you all rock. With that being said, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. So, peace out, stay savage, and may your hash be high and your watts be low, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Yo! And join the Discord. Links down below. Join the Patreon, especially if you want to be hosted at the Family Mine. Yo! Be there or be square, too. Ooh.